Good morning, students of class 9. You are welcome back to the e-classes now. Today we will do economics. The title of the chapter is Poverty as a Challenge. So now here, various dimensions of poverty. Dimensions means phases. In our previous class, we have learned about various phases of poverty or various dimensions of poverty. And here, certain points I have written over here, altogether 5. The number 1. Various dimensions of poverty. Number 1, poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. When you look at a person, if he is very hungry and if he doesn't have a home to live, that means he is suffering from poverty. So poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. Number 2, it also means lack of clean drinking water. Poor people do not have facilities for clean drinking water and sanitation or cleanliness facilities. They live in dirt, they drink dirty water, they have no facilities. There is no facilities for clean drinking water and sanitation. So that is number 2. That's another phase of poverty. Number 3, there are other phases of poverty. There are other dimensions of poverty. If you look at around the society, you will see there are other phases of poverty, such as lack of education. Poor people do not go, they do not send their children to school. They send them to work as child labor. So there are other phases of poverty, such as lack of education, because since they are poor, they could not afford. Lack of education, unemployment, and poor health. These are other phases of other dimensions of poverty. Now here number 4. Gandhiji always insisted means said so. He used to say that India would be truly independent. In 1947, we achieved independence. But really we have not achieved that the independence, because there are so many unemployment, there is corruption and poverty all around. So India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people, become free of human suffering. Human suffering, what does that mean? Human suffering means they suffer from various lack of opportunities, lack of good health, lack of sanitation, lack of clean drinking water, lack of shelter. All these are human suffering. They should be free of human suffering. Now it is the responsibility of the government to look after all these necessities of the people. Whatever necessities they need, whatever necessities are there. So they have to fulfill the government. That's why we form government. So now here number 5, some social scientists. Who are these social scientists? These are the people who observe and who watch the society. Some social scientists saw poverty as illiteracy. Similarly, just as we have learned over here, illiteracy, lack of education, lack of general resistance to disease. Resistance means the power to fight against the disease. Why? Because poor people, they do not have sufficient good food, nutritive food. So naturally their health becomes very poor. They cannot fight against the disease and they fall sick. So general resistance to disease due to malnutrition and lack of job opportunities. Since they are not educated, they do not get the job because they are poor. So not only that, social exclusion, here is another one. Social exclusion means since they are backward, they are poor, they maybe belong to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe or OBC, so they are excluded. They are not given or they are not provided opportunities. Social exclusion in the society due to caste differences. These are all the dimensions of poverty, because they never get the opportunity. Since they are backwards, they are minorities, they are from the low caste. That's why they never get the opportunity. Though they are educated, they never get the chance. So this is social exclusion due to caste differences in our country. So these are various phases, or you can say the dimensions of poverty, which we have already learned, and now here are the point. Now in our next class we will talk about, to be continued, poverty line. How we measure a person is poor or not poor. So here we have a poverty line. So there must be a line that will determine whether the person is below poverty line or above poverty line, BPL or APL. So that we'll talk about in our next slide. There must be an imaginary line that will determine the differences between poor and the not poor, above poverty. So we'll talk about that. That's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching and your attendance. So that's all. We will meet in the next class and talk about poverty line. So thank you very much.